Hey guys, Lowrance here with Screwy Lewy Lures. We're going to talk about this knot that I've talked to Jim about, I've talked to some other guys about. It's not just a secret, unknown knot. Some people have referred to it as the Grigsby knot since Grigsby has tied it on video before. This is the knot that I use on all of my jigs, and I also use it on a Texas rig. Anything where I'm really driving that hook in, I'll use it on it. So you start off just like your normal Palomar knot. You run it through the eye twice, and then you just want to make sure it's not crossed or twisted up or overlapping or anything like that. And all I'm doing is I'm taking the loop with my pinky and I'm just going to hold it, and I'm going to bring this up so you've got your main line and the tag end, and all I've done is just switched hands with it. So I've got a few inches of tag end hanging out. All I'm going to do is bring this up, and I'm holding everything, all four lines, with my thumb and index finger. So all I'm gonna do from here, I'm gonna use my middle finger to grab this loop while holding the bait still, and I'm gonna start wrapping this around. So you've got the loop, you're wrapping it around the lines that are coming off of the bait, and I like to wrap it 4 times with a jig on 20 pound. If I'm throwing, let's say 12 or 14 pound, I might wrap it 5 times. So I've wrapped it, and all I'm gonna do is run this back through the loop that we just made, which I'm still holding with my thumb and index finger. So we're running that back through the middle, and you should get something that looks like this. I know it doesn't look good right now, but it will. So your next step is to go ahead and wet that, and I'm gonna hold the loop with my thumb and index finger. And then all I'm going to do from here, I've got the main line and the tag end. I'm just going to pull and start cinching this knot down until it gets, probably an inch away from the rest of the knot, from the bottom of the knot. And after that, I'm going to wet it one more time. And I'm going to pull this loop here with my teeth while holding this down here. And it'll cinch this from the bottom up. Alright, so that's cinched up now, so all that's left to do is go ahead and tighten it down onto the line tie on the jig. And all you're going to do with that is wet it one more time and just pull the main line and the tag end, and this knot will cinch down. And I like to cinch it down on my fingers before going all the way down to the tag end, because you don't just want to yank this thing, but you can get it nice and tight. Like I said, I've never broken this knot. I've never had any issues with it. So now we're going to end up with 3 tag ends here. You're going to have this loop, so we're going to cut that. And you've got 2 tag ends right there sticking out, and now you're going to cut your original tag end off. And you're going to end up with something that looks like this. It's got 3 tag ends. This is a whiskey crawl from Screwy Lewy Lures. One of my favorites in good clean water. Not a lot going on with it. I like to trim the skirt up just a hair. Get it away from the legs, depending on what kind of trailer you're using. I like to use rage crawls on mine, and I think if that skirt's too long, it takes away from some of the action that the legs will have. I also trim my weed guard up just a little bit. If you can see, I'll push my weed guard down. I want it just barely past this shank of the hook. If it's too long, I think it's a little bit too flimsy, especially when fishing around hardwood and stuff like that. It seems like if you trim it, it does get a little bit more stout because there's not so much leverage that can push the weed guard down. We're out at Lake Leon today. The water's pretty clear, and we're gonna try to go catch some pre-spawn fish.